In today's video, I'm going to show you a chopping block I made that I think is the best and will be the last chopping block I'll ever have. So stay tuned.
Welcome to Retire Ready.
Hello YouTube. Today's video is going to be showing you what I call my forever chopping block. It is an incredible piece of equipment, and I can chop wood like a you know what. It utilizes a tire and a pressure treated wood frame. In the center of it, I have a couple 12 by 12 by 4 inch blocks. I redesigned it I used to have 4 blocks in there, and they were pretty heavy, so I figured out a way to do it with 2. That's a little bit lighter and much nicer to cart it around. And it's very simple, hardly takes any work. There's no running around chasing your wood that falls off. You pile this tire full of wood and you start whacking it, and it works so good. So right now I'll just take you over to it right now, and I'll do a little tour of that piece there, and you can see how I built it. So here is the chopping block. See how it's sort of built here. Nice thing about it is that you can build it and not have to have big ready rods and stuff going through big blocks. It's all made with 2x6s or 2x4s. So you can essentially put it together without any big tools other than, say an impact driver or a screw or a drill with a bit on it. So that's what it looks like on the outside. On the inside, you can see here, it's got the big blocks inside. The tire is screwed to the outside, top of the frame. It's got some holes in it that I drilled with a step drill bit. So I'll take these bricks out and I'll flip it over. Here's what it looks like on the inside. Now I'll flip it over. Here's my little portable wheels. And on the bottom, I used to have bricks down the bottom, and I had a couple cables that were going across here. Those slots are for just keep those bricks in, but this seems to work, or it's a lot lighter like this. So this is sort of new. Then my handles on the side here, they can only come out so far because of the bolt. And all I did is bend ready rod in and then bolted it there. Left them a little loose so I can move it. So that's how it's built. So here we go. I want to move it. So here's a load of wood I went and got from the bush. Small load. I'm using my Gorilla trailer here. It's good for 1,400 pounds. The thing is absolutely amazing. I'm going to do a video on that soon. So essentially what I'm going to do, I want to demonstrate the chopping block here, but I need some wood. So I got a couple logs that were fallen trees in the bush here. Not the greatest logs. Some of them are a little bit soft. When they lie down in the bush, they get fairly soft fairly quick. So this is what I'm going to chop up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put everything on a time lapse, all my cutting, and then I'll use this for holding the logs. Fantastic thing. I love it. It is so excellent for chopping up or cutting up logs into the right size, and then I will chop them on thereafter. So I'll set her up on time lapse and then watch me do this stuff. Okay, I've got 3 logs put in the tire, and I'm gonna chop them up. Show you how nice it works. It's kind of mushy, that one. Stuck in there. This log will dry out. It's garbage though. If you're not full, it will. You can still chop it up. Nothing to that log. Or you do a single big log. And this is just mushy. So that's my video on my chopping block. As you can see by the demonstration, it works great. You're not bending over all the time. You're I don't know how many times if you have a regular chopping block, you hit it, the thing splits apart, you chase the logs, put them back up, stand it back up, it's crooked, falls over, you're chasing, and it's a pain. Why do it that way? I'm an old man. I'm doing things as easy as I can these days. So the bottom line is relatively cheap to make. You probably make one yourself for, well, who knows what the lumber prices these days, but I'm going to say you got to be able to make it for yourself, 50, 75 bucks. You can find tires at either your local dump or what have you. Somebody's going to give you away an old tire. I used a 16-inch tire. I guess you could use a different types of tires. The tire is nice not only to keep your logs in, but if your axe goes through, the handle ends up hitting the tire, and the axe head doesn't hit the concrete below. So that's a bonus. What else? Yeah, anyways, like I say, it makes things so much simpler. Didn't really work up even much of a sweat for that whole load that I had. Not that it was a big load, but I did the whole thing, and really no big deal. The hardest thing is getting those logs out of the bush, because I had to carry them through some rougher area type of thing. So that's more of the thing that was the hardest, I guess. So anyways, if you like the video, hit like. If you like my channel, like the things I do, hit subscribe, and I will put a couple links in the description here for a couple of things that I use, like the log saw horse, and I even put the trailer, the gorilla cart there, if you're interested. I'm going to do a separate video on the loading up of that trailer. It's a fantastic trailer. I love it. So again, it's Dave from Retire Ready. Until we meet again.